a lot from all that. So. Hello there. You're friendly.
He's probably just super hyper.
Okay. Plus, he just got out, so I've trained my dog to chase a ball, and so I got one of those ball throwers, those chuckers, you know.
He likes to eat stuff off the ground.
Oh.
He's one of those.
So anyway, throwing the ball just really gets rid of a lot of that energy.
Mm-hmm.
So
I take him out. Well, during the nights, I take him out right here when nobody's out here, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And just let him loose in the tennis court.
Yeah. Oh, the tennis court would be great. Yeah. So so my name's Jeff, and I am recording now. So, what's your name?
Christian.
Christian. So you came from a religious background and you named Christian, right?
Correct.
So the question is, what do you think happens after this life? So what do you now believe, and I'll find out how you got to that belief or lack of belief.
So nowadays, I believe there's a possibility of afterlife. As for the higher beings, as such as like God, Buddha, and all that, I feel that there's a possibility.
Yeah.
You can never debunk it, because I'm one of those where I believe in like proof that's being seen.
Okay.
So I can't say that there is an afterlife. I can't say there is no God or anything like that. But I believe there is a possibility. And I guess a hope.
Yeah. So it would be a positive thing. You would like that to be true. You just can't prove it. Yeah. And what do you think the proof would look like if there was proof?
There's no way of telling, because nowadays you have people that just like to lie to their teens and everything like that. So you can't believe everything that's told to you at face.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you have to experience yourself kind of thing, and we won't know until the day of.
Yeah. So it would be like a personal experience for you if the proof would have to be something personal?
Exactly.
Yeah. Would you say you've never had any kind of spiritual experiences, like the things that you would consider at least...
Spiritual as in like gospel? No. But...
maybe just evidence of a spiritual realm, you know what I mean? Like, not necessarily that you can relate it to a particular religion, but just that there's more to life than just our physical existence. See what I'm saying?
So, it's one of those things I actually hope for. Like, it'll be pretty cool to experience something like that.
Yeah.
Something supernatural, something...
Whoa! That's a lot of power there.
So, funny story, actually. When I was younger, I actually was pronounced dead 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Like, when I was an infant.
Yeah. So long before you would remember it, but yeah.
Sadly. But I do believe, again, there's a possibility, because there's so much in this world that we don't know about.
Yeah. Man, you got to believe that you were saved 3 times for something, too.
That's why I'm still here to this day. I'm just trying to get day by day.
Yeah.
This one, too, he's actually a rescue.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know if you want to save this in a clip, but between me and you, he was a rescue because his last owner actually committed suicide.
Oh, wow.
So, a family friend actually offered him to me. Well, offered him to my grandmother, who knew that he was my favorite breed. And so...
Okay. So what goes around comes around.
Pretty much. I don't want to pick you up.
So, Christian, so when you say you had a religious background, like, is there a particular
it was
type
Christianity.
of...
I'm not sure if it was Catholic or the other one.
Lutheran?
Lutheran. I don't know which one it was. I just know it was Christianity.
Okay.
It was forced upon me at a young age, and that's what kind of like shrugged me off of it.
Okay.
But I still kept my mind open.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I don't not believe in it, but at the same time, like, I preserve myself. I'm like, I won't say I follow this or I follow that, anything like that. But at the same time, when a day comes, if somebody is there to give me a second chance, then...
Yeah. Well, you know, in the Bible, there was doubting Thomas. Familiar with that story at all? He was like... He
doubted everything?
Well, not everything, but he said, I gotta believe, I got it. So the disciples, Jesus appeared to all the disciples, but he happened to be gone. And so when he got back, they said, hey, we saw Jesus, he's alive. I mean, this is after his crucifixion.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll believe it when I see it. And it took like a week, but he was still with them. And so then Jesus appeared, and then he walks up to Thomas and says, he says, like, look at my hands, you could see the scars, look at my side, where they, and he said, stop doubting and believe. And at that point, Thomas said, my Lord and my God, like, he believed, And so my encouragement to you would be, like, it's cool. So many people in your position have just given up altogether. And as a matter of fact, I talk to a lot of people who are, they would call themselves atheists. Mm-hmm. And almost everyone who's like I'll call it like an evangelical atheist. In other words, they're trying to make everyone else atheists
like
too.
They're trying to shove it onto other people.
They've come from religious backgrounds where it was forced on them. Mm-hmm. A large majority, in my experience talking to people. And so it's almost like if they can prove Christians wrong, then they're even more right in their atheism, But you have an open mind, and you want to believe,
Mm-hmm. It's just the reason why I don't want to believe in anything specific is because I feel like it would be disrespectful to the person. So I choose to preserve myself instead of like saying, like, let's say I completely devote myself to Buddhism.
Yeah.
And then ends up God is real. Then I feel
as far as like the Christian God or something? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then I feel that's disrespectful because now I'm going to be doubting you, like, as God. I'm going to be doubting you in the afterlife. Like, no, I don't believe in you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I feel that would be disrespectful, but at the same time, I also keep an open mind that each person would have their own afterlife, in a sense. So that not every afterlife is the same for each person. So let's say that you do believe in Buddhism.
Yeah.
You come to the afterlife like Buddha.
Oh, okay.
I hope that each person would have their own afterlife with whoever they believe in.
Yeah.
But for me personally, that's why I preserve myself in case that happens.
Okay. So you want not only the best for yourself, but for others. That's cool.
That's the way I've grown up, is by 2 rules. Respect until disrespected, and then also don't wish harm upon others who deserve no harm.
Yeah. So I as a Christian, obviously I favor Christianity, otherwise I wouldn't be a Christian. And one of the things that's, like when I talk to people, one of the things that's the most hard is the exclusivity of Christ. He said, I am the way, the truth, and life. No one comes to the Father, God, but through me, And so I have to reconcile that. I have to say, okay, Jesus was, and actually, like, I don't know how familiar, like, did you go to, like, confirmation and all that sort of thing?
Yeah.
So, like, you're familiar with, like communion, and, like, he said the body and the blood are represent me. And so when he started to say, this is my body given for you, this is my blood broken for you, he's saying you need me like you need food, And that's pretty exclusive and pretty, if it's not true, if he's not who he claimed to be, the Son of God, then he would be a pretty arrogant person. Mm-hmm. And so a lot rides or falls on whether what Christ said was true or not, And, so I had to come to the point where it's like, okay, he's got exclusive claims, but his claims are universal because he's open to anyone coming to God through him. So you could be born in a Buddhist or a Hindu or Muslim family or atheist and yet come to God through faith in him. And so I had to say, as a Christian, you know what, I guess if I'm really concerned about all the other people in the world, I better tell them about Christ. That would be my best response. So this is the best way I could show them love and kindness, Because it's not for me to, like, condemn them by, like, that's not my job. So, like, no matter what you believe about other people, you're not condemning them because you're not the one who makes the decision. See what I'm saying?
Correct.
So
that's why like I keep myself open-minded and like I choose to respect people's decisions.
yeah,
I don't force anything upon it, but I like we're doing right now. I like to speak my point of view.
yeah, yeah,
And I respect when others do the same thing.
yeah,
And that's to each their own.
yeah. I think so my purpose for the conversations I have is not to convince anyone, because I really don't think I could do it. So I don't even try. But I do try to accurately represent what the Bible teaches and what what I believe about Christianity. So, and then if people decide they want a part of it, then that's between them and God. They make their own decisions. So I don't feel like I'm forcing anyone. I'm actually a high school teacher, so I like to teach, and so I do like to help people have a biblical understand, or like understand what the Bible teaches, so at least they can make an informed decision. Because I find that a lot of people
give them the information so they can make a decision on their own.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Because a lot of people have like very misguided or like warped perceptions. Like most people that don't read the Bible but have an opinion about the Bible, they got their opinion from someone else who's opinionated, and a lot of times it's like a skeptic, or their opinion is, huh?
Said plenty of those around.
Yeah, and you could just go online and see all sorts of people criticizing, the Bible and finding ways to, interpret it that are horrible, actually. Or their understanding of the Bible is based on maybe like some Bible stories when they were a little kid, and so it's an adult trying to understand a book written mainly for adults, but through a child's perspective, because it's and from memory, So I'd encourage you to the Bible's a big book, but at least to check out a few of the key parts of it.
I read it because so when I mean by like young age, like all the way up to 8th grade, I graduated from Catholic school.
Oh, okay.
Or I don't know if you're a member of St. Andrew's.
Yeah.
That was
the Lutheran church.
Yes, that was still open. I was the last graduating class from there.
Oh, I didn't realize they closed.
Yeah, it's a new school now, but the original.
Oh, it's a charter school or something now, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
The church is still there, but the school itself had to shut down.
Okay, that's why I didn't know, because the church is still going. Okay. So I don't want to take too much of your time and wear out my welcome, but can I give you something to read that I think is interesting? It's like about world religions.
That's fine.
Okay. I'll shut this down and give you the contact information too.